Hey, Capricorn, intuitive soul coach here with your final countdown, end of 2023 reading. So, welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your reading. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Capricorn in your chart. What I'm getting here right away for you is a lot of you have gone through a little bit of pain, challenge, heartache, financial distress. I'm getting that there has been difficulty, and it's showing up here as well with the Fool's Embrace. And this does talk about transmuting that pain into something else, right? Into something hopefully greater. And it certainly looks like you are preparing for things to come to fruition. So, for example, perhaps you have been working really hard on your body, getting in shape, getting fit. Maybe it's caused physical pain in the beginning, but then it started to really pay off and you started to feel good. Your body started to acclimate to the changes. So you're turning that pain into gain is kind of what I'm getting here for you. For others of you, this could be a relationship heartache, something that was difficult or challenging, and you are transmuting that into something that's actually beneficial to you in the long run or to others. You're able to help others because you understand what it's like to go through that. You could even be writing a book, a memoir. You could be speaking about your difficulties or sharing your story with the world. For others of you, there is a situation that you are channeling into something far greater than this pain. Okay. And it's like that phoenix rising. So I'm definitely getting here that any challenge or struggle, it's going to be worth it. Okay. It's going to be worth it. Just like for some of you, if you've ever birthed a child, right, you have that birthing process, which is quite difficult. It's painful. And at the end of it, you have this beautiful child, right? And so I feel like something is coming to fruition here because you do have the net caster. So you may have been in the gestation period of growing a business, growing within your spirituality, your own health. So whatever this is here for you, it is coming to fruition, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. And I feel like this is coming to fruition by the end of 2023. Now you have this dream thief. There was or is a current calling that you are being guided towards, but for whatever reason, there may have been some self-sabotage. There could have been a limiting belief or some situations that blocked you, right? It's just you have the refusal of the call. So this is like the judgment card. When the judgment card comes in, it's like the trumpets calling, right? You perk up, you listen when those trumpets call. And the judgment energy that I'm feeling says that there could be some healing that was still taking place. That may be why you've ignored the call, right? There could have been difficulties embracing some change. Maybe you were trying to hang on to something that was ready to be shed from your life is what I'm getting here. This is about no longer judging oneself, judging others, because that judgment can be about judging ourselves or other people for the experiences or situations that we've gone through that have caused us pain. So when you have completed your healing journey, you realize and you understand that there really is no judgment involved. There is a level here of maybe forgiveness. There is an energy of strength, spiritual growth, and wisdom that you're able to transmute into something better. If you've suffered a loss here, I feel like you're understanding on a deeper spiritual soul level about birth and death, right? About maybe even immortality and the soul, and you're diving into some really deep soul lessons is what I'm getting here. You may have already gone through, Capricorn, a lot of deep soul lessons around pain, around letting go, hanging on, right? Should I, shouldn't I? Do I stay in this job, in this relationship, in this connection and this energy, or is it time to part ways? So for some of you, you were really hanging on because you thought that this was the direction to go, possibly. But I feel like this may have been based on what the ego wanted, or maybe it could be what the heart really, really wanted. But I feel like there's a contract here that was either severed or some deep lessons of growth. And yes, it caused a lot of pain, but I'm just getting someone hanging on. It's almost like I'm seeing hanging on for dear life, hanging on. There could have even been a health, maybe a brush against death, a health issue here where you're getting to the root of the problem and you're able to kind of go into a remission, we'll say, go into remission, and it's going to be worth it. Even though there was some sort of challenge, difficulty, struggle, financial distress. Some of you may have even lost a home. There could have been items. I am getting here that there could have been a foreclosure, there could have been a natural disaster, or some of you were forced out of a home or a place that you loved. It was very difficult. Now with this dream thief, we're going to take a look and we'll clarify, but it's also card 13, and this is the death. This always reminds me of the monkeys in the Wizard of Oz. And the monkeys come in and they kind of, they spy and they bring back messages to the evil witch. So I feel like some of you may have felt like you were feeding into maybe an egoic part of yourself, or it was someone else's ego had caused you a lot of pain, right? Someone else, even though we have free will, we can certainly be affected by other people, their projections, how they, act, how they respond. The key is to try to find that balance, that equal give and take, right? And the challenge for you here is hanging on to what someone had said, what someone had done. I'm also getting here, someone's ego got wrapped up in a situation and they may have been a little bit selfish. They may have been a little bit over the top, right? They may have felt quite erratic. I'm getting a little bit of a paranoia type of energy here. Now, the good news is towards the end of 2023, you are winding down this cycle, and it may even come in sooner rather than later. I'm getting here for you possibly end of October, which makes sense. We have a lot of eclipse energy showing up in October, specifically the 14th and again the 28th, which can bring about a lot of truths, a lot of shadows, a lot of awareness, self-awareness within oneself about gaining the clarity on how to move forward, how to bring something to the finish line or to completion here. But for some of you, I am getting November 14th could be significant, November 7th, and I'm also getting here the 28th. Now, we have the Netcaster. This is about preparing. There could be something you are preparing for. Maybe it is a court date. It could be a wedding for some of you. It could even be a new home. For others of you, this is a spiritual, physical, emotional, mental preparation to head in a new direction or to receive some sort of judgment call. Judgment day is what I'm getting here. But I feel like you've been putting in good work. You've been putting it out. You've been embracing yourself as much as you can with that self-love and care. For those of you who have struggled with self-care, there's going to be a big shift in your energy. And I feel like it's important to connect and align with individuals such as, health professionals, nutritionists or nutritionist coaches, mentors, healers, shamans, maybe medical professionals of any sense. I'm getting ear doctor as well. Someone could be seeing the ear doctor or ENT, ears, nose, or throat specialist. So it's important for you to get your health in order here before the end of the year. If you haven't been sleeping as well, I'm getting the 9 of Swords for some of you where maybe you've been tossing and turning, but whatever this is, you are shifting the energy, which is beautiful. And wherever you are on your journey, you may be in the throes of this pain, or you are coming out where you can see that there's light at the end of the tunnel and you're finally able to say, this is in the past, or I'm able to close this door, close this chapter. So let's take a look and clarify. I want to take a look more into what this transmuting pain is all about. What is this pain for you? How can we help you move through it? Yeah, the star, which is all about healing, right? The healing energy. The star is about not giving up on your dreams. And some of you, that could be why you were hanging on to something so tightly, whether it was a relationship, maybe you really wanted to have that dream of a happy home or of a pregnancy. For some of you, I feel like there could have been a dream to birth children, because I am getting that birthing life. Some of you, this is a dream to, become famous or get that dream job. This is a dream to connect with a family or a soulmate. Whatever this is for you, Capricorn, Spirit is saying it has in some way, shape, or form caused a little bit of pain because maybe it didn't turn out the way that you thought, or maybe the timing has been off for you, or maybe someone hurt you along the process of you trying to manifest that dream. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, there it is, literally wish fulfillment, but it's showing up in reverse. So when the Nine of Cups shows up in reverse, someone was not believing, because I'm getting, there was a sense of greed, or I'm just getting, again, gosh, it feels heavy. It feels like either you or someone around you, Capricorn, was very greedy with maybe your time, your energy, your heart, right? They were greedy with it. They wanted more and more and more until maybe you didn't have anything left to give. And it set you back a little bit, but I don't see that you're going to be stuck in that setback period or phase for much longer. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, because there's the Hanged Man. Exactly. Spirit is really, really showing up as always. One step ahead here, where you've been stuck in that energy of not really believing. A lot of you have been healing the body, mind, soul. You've been wanting to head towards your wish fulfillment, but you thought, is this really going to happen for me? Or am I going to be stuck in this pain or this never-ending cycle? And then we have the King of Pentacles. That's your final card clarifying. And that's where you're moving, right? So the fruits of your labor, for some of you, this is career or finances. You may have been taken advantage of, possibly by a boss or someone that you trusted or you wanted to work with. You thought that this was a job that you'd be in for a while, or maybe you were hired for a position and you thought it was going to be the position of your dreams, but it wasn't anything like it was supposed to be, like you had dreamed or hoped it would be. That happened to me many, many years ago. And I may have told this story before, but I needed to go through this experience. That's why my intuition, in a sense, had kind of blocked the red flags, because I needed to go through this, which in reality was the best thing that could have ever happened. But it was a dream job where I had always wanted to work in this type of field. I had experience in it. I was given, A, B, and C with a fancy, fancy title and vision boards when you walked into the office, and it was spiritual, and it was one of the best energies, and I felt so good within it. And then it wasn't anything like I had hoped and dreamed, and that was portrayed. It was basically an illusion that I had created, and that maybe the other people had created as well through their words. And it was a mutual exchange. It was a mutual soul contract that both parties needed to go through in order for us to grow and evolve. And that was literally one of the best things that could have ever happened to me, getting into that job, because it actually pushed me out into exploring entrepreneurship and taking that leap into the unknown, which could be, it's quite scary. But for some of you, if you were let go of a job, maybe you were fired, or if you've been really working on your business and it's been a struggle. For others, this certainly could be a relationship, right? You do have the Nine of Cups, so there may have been a time where you've had to heal. For some of you, you've had to heal with a loss, right? It could be a loss of even a child. It could be a loss of love. Just whatever this is, you felt stuck for quite some time with the Hanged Man. You felt like you didn't have the stability that you had maybe had previously, or that you had built that illusion in your mind of what you wanted. While that is coming to fruition. So in a sense, even though something may have been shattered, I feel like you're still kind of getting what you want, but it's in a different form. Okay, it's in a different form. So maybe you've always wanted to have children of your own, but instead of you birthing them, maybe you have children through your pets, right? Those can be your children in a sense. Maybe you adopt, maybe you take in a niece or a nephew. So sometimes Spirit has far bigger plans than what we conceive and what our plan is. And when we surrender, when we let go of what our plan specifically should look like, we can be open to the possibility that there's other things out there that can match and align with our soul's journey, right? So let's take a look at this refusal of the call. Why are we refusing? Why are we kind of in a way feeling stuck when it comes to our dreams? What do we have here for Capricorn, please? What's the dream thief all about? It's also card 13, if I didn't mention. That's the death card. And that is about spiritual growth. It's about not resisting the change, basically. Yeah, Ace of Cups. There is a new beginning here to open our heart. Why are we refusing? I feel like there could be a refusal because of a belief system, because you don't believe that it's going to happen. And sometimes when we have been let down, we've been hurt, we've been betrayed, we've been lost for so long, it seems at times, that we don't believe it's going to happen. So it could come up and smack us in the face and we still wouldn't believe, right? But it's right here. It's right here. Whether this is a new love connection, whether it's a gift of love, whether it is a new relationship, it could be inspiration for you to take the leap in your creative passions, endeavors, businesses, hobbies, goals, right? This is about a soul quenching renewal, and you can't drink from an empty cup. So that's why some of you have refused, because you didn't have anything left in you. Okay, but I feel like it's time for you to fill your cup, and maybe that's what you've been working on. So that is a big message for you in the coming weeks and months up until the end of the year. I mean, we should always be working on our self-care, but I do feel it's important for you to open yourself up to this cup of love. But remember, Capricorn, you can't drink from that empty cup. So if this is a relationship with the self, if this is self-love, then it's really time to focus on that, because what you have preparing and coming in 2024 is magnificent. It really is. Now you have the Three of Wands. Your ships are coming in here. The Three of Wands is about a return on your investment. So even though you may have said or thought or believed that you were never going to get anything out of this, what you're getting is far greater than your mind can conceive. And that's what we're talking about here when it comes to our egoic, or what we really, really, really want. And sometimes we hang on to what that looks like in a specific shape, size, or form. And we don't realize that there are other ways to receive what it is that we truly desire. And when we surrender to that, we open up to this new opportunity, many of them, for some of you, where we are able then to veer off in this direction and jump on that ship and say, yes, my ships are coming in. It may not be the sailboat that I thought I was hopping onto. This could be a ginormous cruise liner, right? So don't settle, or don't. I'm getting here the words short end of the stick. Some of you may have felt like you've gotten the short end of the stick here, or maybe you feel like you've pulled the short straw. But I'm actually getting that you are the winner. You will come out on top. Let's take a look and clarify. What else do we need to know about the refusal with the Three of Wands? Okay, if there was something again in the past that maybe you refused to see, I feel like this eclipse season, you're going to see why these things happened for you, not to you. Yeah, because there's the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Now, the Eight of Cups is showing up in reverse. So for some of you, again, you keep getting the same message over and over and over. Don't ignore the call to go in a new direction. Why are we hanging on? Okay, I feel like it really has to do with some sort of a belief. But there's a refusal happening here. And your advice is to head towards your ninth cup. Because some of you, you don't believe that that ninth cup is right there, but it is. It's closer than you think. And some of you are chasing your ninth cup in a direction that if you keep going down, it could bring pain. It could be disappointment. It could bring, a path that's more challenging than if you were to surrender to this new path. Now you have the Queen of Wands here as well. I'm also getting another message. Some of you aren't afraid of a challenge, and you may have actually set yourself up in a sense to head down this path of least resistance, right? This path that may feel a little bit challenging. Some of you, you're not giving up on this dream, and I see that, but there's going to be a pivot, right? It doesn't mean that your dream's not going to happen in maybe the way that you had thought, but there is going to be a little bit of a pivot. But you see here that she's befriended, the Queen of Wands, she's befriended that dragon. So I feel like there's a challenge that you're finally coming face to face with, and it's actually going to be easier than you think, or it's going to, because you've already gone through it, it'll be easier to do this time around. And I feel like, yes, you are going to finally make that move, okay? Because the Queen of Wands, she has her confidence back, and I feel like you may have lost that confidence in the past, but you're back on your feet here. It's like you have that zest. You're ready. You're ready after a time of, for whatever reason, you were stuck, but now you're rebuilding. There could be even an offer coming in. Let's say you've been applying for job after job for weeks, for months, for maybe even years, and you haven't received any bites, or maybe you have, but it's been denied, blocked, or rejected from you. Now you have maybe the second interview, third interview set up, or now you finally receive that yes. You're walking towards your 9th cup, and you feel a lot more confident now as well, thinking, okay, now I can feel more stable within my abilities here, or within my life. Let's take a look and clarify the netcaster. Preparations, things coming to fruition. What is it that you are bringing in, okay? So for some of you, I just heard here net income as well. Net income. There is something here with bringing more money in than maybe you have before. So if you're looking to increase money, if there was a struggle financially, okay, that caused a lot of pain, I feel like there's more fruition, more abundance. Now, it doesn't just have to be income. Abundance can show up in many shapes, sizes, and forms, right? It can show up in the form of relationships, of resources, of help, of, time. So let's see what this is for you. What are we preparing for? What's coming to fruition here? What do we need to know? Now, again, I'm getting that judgment energy. I also get Wheel of Fortune, and possibly even the Hierophant, because I feel like there has been some difficulties maybe with institutions, organizations, or that belief system. And there's the Hierophant right away. Beautiful. So yeah, because I feel like a lot of you really come up against a brick wall when it comes to some sort of belief that maybe you've had since childhood. Maybe it was around money. Maybe it was around relationships. It may have been instilled upon your religion or your upbringing or in past relationships, because what happens as we navigate through life, as you're aware, we start to build our beliefs based on what we go through, basically. So for example, if you've been in a situation where you were partnered with a person who's cheated or who is very abusive or narcissistic, it can bring in a belief system that, maybe the next person is going to do that too, even subconsciously, even if you don't want that, and and that person proves to you that they are nothing like the last person, or maybe they are, right? This is something that we must overcome. And that can be an attachment to a belief based on an experience that we've gone through that you're shedding. And this could be work related. It could be health. It could be familia or family, ancestral. It could be institutional. It could be systems, governing agencies, church, religion, anything, right? Anything that societal even, okay, with this Hierophant. And you're being divinely guided to ask questions, to not take the advice that just doesn't resonate, it doesn't align, or it's not helpful on your journey. And once you release the beliefs and you start to replace them with new ones, I am worthy of love, right? That I can manifest this abundance, that I deserve this happiness. It is my birthright. You're building up that confidence with the Queen of Wands, and you're saying, I can do this. I have what it takes. And look at that. There is a yogi up here. She's teaching mindfulness. She's teaching how to stay calm within crisis or within panic. She is teaching how to take care of oneself. So some of you, yeah, we mentioned this earlier, you could be finding a health guru or someone that helps with your nutrition or with your mental health. I feel like that could be beneficial, but also you're eliminating, eradicating, or really taking a deep dive into old systems, old beliefs, old agencies or systems or governing, whatever it may be. And you're switching up the game a little bit. You've had to be patient though, because beliefs are something that can be built and built and built over time. So it can be difficult to completely, right, eradicate them overnight. It takes a little bit of work because we need to, tell ourselves that yes, something new is possible with this Ace of Cups. So some of you were stuck in this limbo process with the Hanged Man, and now you have the Temperance here. So it's been a long time coming, but look at this. She's also standing there. Is this tree pose? I'm not sure. I'm not a yogi, but she's standing on one leg. She has one eye open. And she's also moderating. You can see the wine and the treats and the cupcakes on one side of the table. And then on the other side, she has the healthy water or shakes, and she has the carrots. So she's trying to find balance. She's trying to moderate in her life. So you're trying to do the same. And that's actually going to help you shift. Now, some of you are shifting the beliefs from different foods or different people, different relationships, different energy that you put into your aura, right? Your auric field. What is it that you want to feel? Do you want to feel uplifted and happy and energized? Or are you partaking in certain activities, certain friend groups, or certain beliefs that, are hindering, that make you feel, I'm getting here sluggish, maybe even foggy as well? That's what you're shifting. There's the Page of Pentacles map right there. Beautiful. So there's a new opportunity, and this opportunity is going to come to fruition if you say yes. Okay, so this could be manifesting a financial or physical opportunity, because pentacles can represent material gains. They can represent health, body, prosperity, and finance. So I feel like there's a new direction here that you are being offered. And look at this. Your final card here is the Queen of Cups. This is an offer that really brings your heart a lot of happiness. It brings a lot of love into your life, love for what you do, a love for those around you. Could even be the love of a child, okay? Because you see that she has a blossoming belly there. And I feel like there's a lot of, prosperity, because there's koi fish and they are jumping right there in front of her, because she's also pouring her cup. So remember that cup that wasn't filled in the past here, Capricorn? Well, here it is. So this is you being able to give a little bit because you finally have something to give. There is a beautiful flow here of reciprocity. The Queen of Cups, she not only gives great advice, she's extremely empathic, and she can feel. She's just a lover, a nurturer. She gives wonderful hugs, great advice. She's a healer. Could be even a psychic, a tarot reader, a nurse, in the healing profession or a health field as well. So for those of you, you're either taking care of yourself, you're being nurtured, letting others nurture you, or you are embracing the archetype here of the Queen of Cups, which is highly favorable, right? It's a very good energy here. You're filling your own cup, and I see this happening and it's overflowing, and that's what's coming to fruition. And because you have the word fruition and we see her belly is ripe, there's either something you are literally, figuratively, symbolically giving life to or giving birth to before the end of 2023. And I feel like you're preparing for a lot more abundance come 2024. This is really beautiful here, Capricorn. All right, let's get a final outcome. We'll pull from a different deck here. What's the final outcome? What do we need to know? There's the Ace of Cups. There it is, right? A new beginning, something that's really going to fill your cup. There it is. And we have this Ace of Cups, which we're seeing, I believe, twice. Yep, we have this twice in your reading. So this is Spirit saying, yes, There is pure joy available here for you. It's going to bring you a lot of joy once we let ourselves surrender to the divine plan, which is ultimately your soul's plan, right? This is about true fulfillment and divine inspiration. Beautiful energy here. I am getting 4, so this could be within 4 months time. This could be 2024, and I just seen 4 on the clock as well. So 4 could be significant. Some of you maybe are born on the 4th. This could even be around your birthday, right? I forgot here, Capricorn. Yeah, January energy, maybe the end of December. So new beginning. There's the Chariot, beautiful. The Chariot brings in travel, victory, and raw power, right? This is a beautiful Cancerian energy, and it's about you leading the way forward. And a lot of you, yes, you're ready. You're ready for a new year, is what I heard. 5 of Pentacles says you've gone through a loss. And remember earlier we were talking about maybe a loss of a home or loss of identity, reputation, job, whatever it may have been, relationship. You're overcoming it. You're getting through it here. The worst is behind you. A lot of you have already gone through this dark night of the soul, right? Transmuting this pain. Now you're coming up out of it. If you've been feeling lonely, there's people coming in here for you. You have the cow. There's the Empress, right? The most abundant energy. She is the one who brings in abundance. She's very creative, very fertile. For some of you, this is absolute giving birth to something here in the physical realm. So really quite beautiful. Lastly, well, you have a few more here. You have the 6 of Cups, a reunion, possibly reminiscing, and it's about embracing the inner child. It is about a lot of love. 6 of Cups is just a very loving energy of childhood memories. It is acts of kindness. It's feeling good. It is about new friendships and sparking new love between you and a partner if you are currently partnered. All right. For others of you, I feel like there's love, possibly love returning to your life after a time of it being stagnant. Okay. And lastly, here you have double 2s. 2 and 2 equals 4, which we just talked about. You have the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. So there's some choices to make here. And we see that with this refusal at times, the dream thief. If you felt like someone stole your dream, or if you just felt like your dream wasn't manifesting in the timing that you had hoped, this is about balance. That's what you've had to learn here, is to find that balance. And we've seen that with the Temperance card. And flamingos, right, they're typically on one foot, and it's all about taking the first step. And this has been coming up a lot lately. The quote by Lao Tzu, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So a lot of you are taking this step, and it is a very big one for you, but it's actually going to leap you like a quantum leap into the Ace of Cups, right? And the chimpanzee, the 2 of Pentacles, is again more balance. So you have 2 cards about balance, choice, go with the flow, embracing fun. Chimpanzees are fun, right? They're always whoo. They're with their family, and they're, doing crazy things, and they're jumping from limb to limb. So get out there and have a little bit more fun. Flexibility might be important for you at this time as well. Balance. Some of you are getting vertigo, maybe dizzy spells as well. Of course, please seek professional guidance if need be. But I feel a lot more balance around your root chakra as well. So equilibrium is coming up here for you. Some of you, that may have been affecting your sleep. I mean, this could be vertigo, it could be head, it could be migraine. For others of you, maybe you were healing from something within the ankles, the knees, the hips, the feet, or the limbs of any sort here. And I also get something with the hands. So pay attention to the hands. Okay, some of you may be healers. Maybe you are massage therapists. Maybe you work with your hands. Maybe you're in construction. But I do feel like you have some choices to make here. And I feel like it's important to open yourself up. You will make choices that are in your highest good. Now, last but not least, let's see what messages your soul has. What does your soul want you to really question at this time that can help you on your journey? Oh, I love this one. You have here, Capricorn, what am I grateful for right now? Adopt an abundant mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all of our problems. It is impossible to feel fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health. It opens our heart and changes our state. Today's soul action. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, Capricorn. Put your hand on your heart and think of 3 things for which you are grateful for today. Notice the abundance growing within you. Beautiful energy. For those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the 1st of each month and post right back here on the channel, all you need to do to enter into that giveaway is post 3 things that you are grateful for. And then I want you to look at the other comments as well. Join in on the energy of abundance. Spread the love. Like someone else's. Comment on someone else's as well. Spread that energy of an abundant mindset. And you can even incorporate that into your everyday, daily life as well with your own family, with your friends, with your tribe. And lastly here, what passion am I ready to pursue? Your passions will continually lead you to your purpose. What passions have you put on the side, right? Or what passions have you given up on, or you felt like they weren't manifesting? Whether again, it's love, it's relationship, it's career, it's creative endeavors, hobbies, health, right? What are you passionate about? Because it's ready to come alive within you, Capricorn. Write a list of the passions to which you want to give life to right now. Then journal. How can you incorporate more of what you are passionate about into your daily life? Trust your soul's whispering. Yes, that's a big message here. Your soul is whispering here. That sweet, soft energy of, yes, things are coming to fruition. Hang on. Trust. Right? Trust. And I say hang on, and it sounds counterintuitive because we're also saying let go. But when I say hang on, it means hang on to the trust, to the soul, divine connection that you have with yourself, because you are a spark of the divine, right? So hang on to that positive belief, that abundant belief that you can manifest what those dreams are. They may show up in different ways. Trust your soul's whispering and let your passions draw you towards your dream life. Beautiful energy here, Capricorn. Yes, you've gone through a lot. Yes, it will be worth it. You're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, that was a very interesting or challenging or painful or difficult time of my life. Some of you, a lot of you have already gone through this, right? This is more past energy, past, present, future. So you are coming to a point where you're at a crossroads here. And I feel like it's around maybe even your birthday, even though November seems to be very significant as well. But it could be towards the end of December into 2024 where you really see that your gains or the fruits of your labor are paying off here. That is what I have for you, Capricorn, for your final countdown, end of 2023. If this resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. If you're vibing here and you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. And again, feel free to drop 3 things that you are grateful for in the comment box below. Thank you so very much for being here, Capricorn. Lots of love.